A very good morning to class 8 student. Class 8 student, my name is Sunil. I am your computer teacher. Now today we are going to revise some important points in your chapters. So this one is the first chapter. The name of the chapter, Introduction to Computer Networking. So all of you know that Introduction to Computer Networking. Imagine you have a big family and everyone owns a personal computer. You have a huge collection of songs and photographs in your system which other want to access to. The data is too large to be transferred by the pen drive, and moreover it makes no sense to occupy additional space in a hard disk of computer whenever already one computer in the house is storing it. So similarly, in the offices there are 20 to 25 computers wherein data needed to be shared. The employees in the office want to share the soft copies of bills, letter, documents with each other. All of you know the meaning of soft copy. Soft copy, whenever we are giving to someone through emails, we are sending the soft copies. They are called soft copies. Hard copies are those copies which we get from the printer. They are called the hard copies. So it is not possible to share data every time using the pen drive and the CD or many more equipments. So in this scenario, there is a need that compare be attached in each other so that data could be shared among them. Computer can be separated rooms and different floors. These computers can be connected to each other through the wires and the cables, or even wireless techniques like Wi-Fi. The interconnection of the computers is known as networking of computers, right? So a computer network is a collection of interconnected computer and other devices which are able to communicate with each other and the share hardware and the software resources. From the examples, we need the networking of computer to share the data and save space. So let us talk about the advantages of computer networking. Why it is necessary? Why computers are necessary? Because through computers we can share of data in softwares, we can share the data in the softwares. A network enables user to share data and files with each other. For example, computer of different departments of an organization may be separated physically, be at distance place, but their data could be stored in central computers, which can be accessed by all computers. That's why sharing of data and the software. Sharing peripherals. I already told you the sharing peripherals means laser printer and the large storage media are quite expensive. Network enables us share such resources and hence reduce the operational cost of any organization. For example, a company with about 50 to 100 computers can share resources such as scanner, printer, hard disk, etc. So, through sharing peripherals, what had happened? It's a cost saving. The above two advantages help in reducing the cost. Sharing of expensive softwares, hardware, peripherals, devices decrease the operating cost of the organization. Yes. Efficiency. Efficiency, sharing of soft copy of a file, of report, or any other information over the network reduce the need of hard copies of all documents. It means redundancy. Increased communication means a computer network offers a powerful fast and reliable communication channel among the users of various computers on the network. The internet forms the largest network in the world. With the help of the internet, we can communicate efficiently and easily via emails, chat rooms, video telephone calls, and video conferencing. So these increase the communications. Access to remote database. Access to remote database means this is another important use of network. It is easy to anyone to access any remote database. For example, making airlines reservation or railway reservation. Similarly, online universities, hotels can be accessed as per the requirement. Whenever you want, you can access it. Right? Now, hardware and software requirement of a network. Why they are required? Hardware and software requirements of a network. Every network include at least two computers, network interface card, a connection medium, usually a wire or a cable, right? So these are the hardware and software requirement of a network. And the next one is network operating system software, which is Microsoft Windows NT 2000. Network terminology and hardwares. So let us talk about this one. Each computer on the network is called node, and hence network is a series of points or node interconnected by communication paths. A node is also known as a workstation or a client, right? So node is called the workstation or a client. What is server? A computer that facilitates sharing of data and software and hard copies, hardware resources on the network is known as server. Again, I am going to repeat the same question. What is server? A computer that facilitates data of sharing software and hardware resources on the network is known as the server. A network have more than one server. A single server can serve multiple nodes, and a single node can be used multiple servers. And with servers, we also required cables and wires. Cables are used to connect different computers. There are various type of cables available and can be used according to the need. Cable differ in their transmission speed and ability to transmit for long, short or long distance, right? So that's why we are using the different type of cables. And what are RJ connectors? The full form of RJ connectors. RJ is registered jack. Connectors is used to connect two computers or devices. This is connected where the cable wire terminates and is inserted into the NIC. NIC is network interface card. And what is network interface card? Any computer which has to be a part of computer network must have a network interface card. Means any computer which has to be part of computer network must have a network interface card installed in it. A computer is able to communicate with other computers on a network with the help of the NIC only. The new computers and laptops that are manufactured these days have NIC as an integral part of the motherboard. And NIC is also known as network interface card, network interface unit also. Let us talk about what is hub and switch. What is hub and switch? So, what is hub and switch? A hub is a device that allows us to connect multiple computers devices together in a network. A hub has ports into with which the cables and individual computers are inserted. This way each computer NIC is connected to a hub and hence all the computers are connected together. Whenever a computer has sent some information to information is sent by the NIC to the hub, then the hub transmits this information to the other computers attached to it. So this one is the work of hub, right? And what is the work of switch? A switch looks like a hub. It was same functions as that is a hub, that is to connected multiple computer devices in a network, but instead of sending the information to each devices attached to it, a switch sends the information selectively only to those computers from which it is intended. This makes a switch more efficient than a hub, and so the switches is also known as intelligence hub. Then after mode of transmission in a network, there are two type of modes in a transmission in a network. Computer network enables the computer on the network to share data and other resources. They are also able to communicate among themselves. To facilitate this, there must be some medium over which the data can travel from one computer to another. A medium of data transmission over a computer network is called a channel or a transmission medium. Channel may be two types. One is guided media and the second one is unguided media. The guided media is wired, whereas unguided media is wireless. So guided media, this is the network formed by the cable and the wires. Unguided media, this is the network formed by wireless communication. The various categories of wireless media are radio waves, microwaves, infrared radiations, visible light, ultraviolet radiation, X-rays and gamma rays. These are all electromagnetic waves and are of different frequencies. Frequencies of these waves are measured in hertz. So they are called guided media and the unguided media. And let's talk about types of network. There are types of networks are there. Personal area network. In shortcut, we tell them PAN area. PAN area network, personal area network. In a computer network organized around an individual person. When you was print a command in your computer to the local printer, are using a you are using a PAN area, personal area network. The network which you installed at your home is called PAN area network, right? And local area network is your school lab, is called local area network. A local area network is a network or device in a room, building or campus. It can cover an area of a few meters or a few kilometers. LAN can be small, linked a few three computers may be linked hundred of computers. Office building, school at home, and the common example of LAN area, right? A LAN formed using Wi-Fi. The full form of Wi-Fi is wireless fidelity, and other wireless medium is referred as the wireless LAN WAN. In addition to operating the limited space, a LAN is owned, controlled by managed by a single person or organization. Thank you.